been a while since I made a video. I did this because Team APS and Nyhmnim recently did a video about power creep and Konami, and I was wanting to do a video on that for a long time. But I personally don't believe in YouTubers making videos when they're on a break. You don't really, you're kind of just grasping at straws when you're talking about the metagame and how the game is when you're actually on a break, not really playing at your locals or competitively. Online was never really a good indicator either because online you have all the OCG cards, whereas TCGs, I mean, if you're playing against Quill-Offs in a format where there's no Quill-Offs, it's a pretty big difference than playing the TCG. Everybody, forgets we got those problems fixed, the power creep, though, guys. Remember the Dragon Ruler spellbook format? They had the little survey we did, we all signed, and we sent it into Konami, and we're like, yeah, we're sick of, power creep. And Konami did that huge list, things like Compulse got limited. People at that time thought Bottomless was going to get semied. Bottomless stayed limited. It was a combing, and most people after this were very happy. It was a pretty slow paced format. There were some stupid things that got hit, like Macrocosmos and D Fisher. Thunder King got limited too, but I could see why, because they got rid of Heavy Storm for Thunder King. But D Fisher and Macro really shouldn't be on that list. They should not be limited. We're overpowering a lot of decks by keeping those side deck options limited to one. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, the power creep got fixed. So what happened? Okay. Well, you have to understand that Japan is a completely different culture than North America. Japan wants this fast-paced, broken metagame, I guess. Personally, I kind of think Japan players might be looking at our list a little enviously. But this whole broken shenanigans is all based around the fact that Japan has Heavy Storm and we don't. If we had Heavy Storm, I think this list would actually be a lot more balanced. We're having Quill-Offs, you get rid of the Pendulum Scale, the traps. You can go all in and OTK them back. But we don't have Heavy Storm. It's not even necessary that I want Heavy Storm back either, because I kind of liked having a more slower-paced balanced metagame than an OTK Fest or a card advantage Fest in the case of Shadalls and Quill-Offs. I feel pretty badly for Konami of North America, or the Konami of TCG, because the OCG keeps bringing out these horribly broken cards, and the TCG wants this balanced metagame, and so there's this culture clash. They did this huge list cleanup, and then a ton of broken things just came raining down. Japan's list is completely different from ours. Japan has Trishula and all the good stuff, like Heavy Storm. Ours, we're meant for a slower paced metagame, and yet we have all these faster paced cards coming out and things like new challengers. And Konami has to push these sets. It's not like they can just not push them. So it's a catch-22 here, and really, it's not good for the game. When I see the power creep, okay, I'm like, okay, it's gonna last a format or two. So in other words, back then it was a year. 8 months is still quite a long time to have to wait, and it doesn't even get fixed in 8 months. In 8 months, the ban lists are just doing nothing. So what do you do if you're Konami? Well, there's 3 things I think you can do. Number 1, and this is the most obvious, is you just make some structure decks based around the big 3 right now. Make a Quill Fort, Shadall, Burning Abyss. If you say it's too soon for those, kinda. Make a new archetype then. Unlimit Dragonfly and Hornet and make an Inzektor structure. I think that if Inzektors were fully powered up, they might be able to compete again. They might be able to deal with some of this. And then you got Shadow Prisonbear, which you're bringing anyways for Shadalls, so it's not like Inzektors to make it totally overpowered. There's some limit Zen Mighty. Take it off the ban list, put it to 1, make a wide up structure. Give Inzektors 1-ups some new cards for their structures to be able to deal with this can't destroy thing that's going on with a lot of monsters can't be destroyed by effects. Make it return to the deck or something, boom. There you go. You can kind of throw some more things into the mix, make things a little bit crazier. 2. You stop bringing in so many Japanese cards. If there's a broken card for an archetype, like Quill-Off Tool, and Shadall Falcon, I don't know, then just leave some things in Japan and come out with a TCG substitute that's more balanced. This seems a little bit hard, but I think it's for the best. It might upset some people too that we're not getting cards that they might want to play from Japan. But again, it's a completely different metagame. We shouldn't even be playing with Japanese cards that are broken if you want to have if you're going to make a ban list based around balance, because that just doesn't make sense. And 3, do another purge. Just purge the bitch. You know, ban Tool, ban shit off Fusion. Just hurt everybody. Kill everything. And then do option, I think 2, where he said, make balanced cards TCG equivalents instead of bringing these Japanese imports. Nobody cares about Worlds. I mean, the only reason anybody could argue with me on this was because, well, we gotta play Worlds, don't we? Nobody cares about Worlds. I'm sure Japan doesn't care, America doesn't care, Europe doesn't care. Nobody cares. Maybe it's because I'm Canadian. We won and you guys didn't yet. America. No, nobody cares. It has nothing to do with either metagame. The ban lists just get rid of a ton of things. You know, Japan can go do their own little Japanese thing and have America and Europe go against each other in Worlds. I'm sure it's going to make a lot of people angry. Or just make the stupid list bigger. It wasn't like the Worlds list wasn't huge to begin with, so banning those really broken Japanese cards so nobody could use them and banning the North American equivalent just means you have to make a deck out of a mess, which I'm sure is fine. The point is that I'm on a break right now because of the power creep, and I don't see me getting off this break anytime soon. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to make another video after this about that break, but I'll talk to you guys later.